today we are going to be doing manual muscle testing of the cervical spine. We're going to start with the cervical flexors, and the cervical flexors are going to be the rectus capitis anterior, rectus capitis lateralis. We also have the longus capitis, longus coli, as well as the SCM and anterior scalene muscles. So cervical flexion is going to be performed by simply bringing the chin and the nose directly to the chest. There we go. Now we are going to be having the patient perform the motion one more time, and then I'm going to be passively bringing the patient into mid-range of motion, which is where you would be testing the muscles for manual muscle testing in mid-range position. All right. And back. My hand placement for this is going to be one hand on the occiput on the back of the head, as well as one hand on the forehead of the patient. Whenever you are ready, we are going to be doing cervical flexion. Hold, 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 and back down. It is important to make sure that your patient holds for 3 full whole seconds. Alrighty. Alright, now we are going to be doing the biasing the capital cervical flexor. We're going to be biasing the capital flexion, capital cervical flexion, okay? So those are going to be your rectus capitis anterior, rectus capitis lateralis, as well as your longus capitis muscle as well. So for this motion, what we're going to be having the patient do is a chin tuck motion. So they're going to bring their chin into their neck, and their forehead is going to be moving forward in a downward position. There we go. Hand placement is going to be the same as cervical flexion, one on the occiput as well as one on the forehead. There we go. There we go. Bringing him into mid-range position. And then we are going to be applying resistance for at least 3 seconds. Whenever you're ready, you may begin. Hold, 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 and back down. Last one for the cervical flexors, we are going to be doing the cervical flexors themselves. So those are going to be the longus coli, the anterior scalenes, and the SCM muscle. For this movement, we are going to be simply bringing the neck straight down. Simply bringing the neck straight down. Yep. So let me move you. There we go. Alrighty. Yep. Right here. And right here. And we're going to go straight down. There we go. You're going to keep your chin in the same exact position. Okay. So keep your chin in the same position. And we're going to go, let me move you. Boom. 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 Okay. Hand placement's going to be the same as we perform the cervical biased flexors of the cervical spine. Whenever you're ready, hold, 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 and back down. Now we are going to be doing anterolateral cervical flexion. So what I'm going to have them do is bring their head up off the table. Simply like this, and then we are going to be simply rotating them laterally. For this manual muscle testing, we are going to be doing the right muscle, the right sternocleidomastoid muscle when we are looking towards the left side, and then we are going to be biasing the left sternocleidomastoid when we are looking towards the right side. Alrighty, so first we're going to have the patient perform the position. There we go. And now towards the other side. There we go. And now first we're going to be going towards the left-hand side. So there we go. I'm going to bring you back into mid-range. And whenever you're ready, hold, 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 and back down. And now we're going to be going the other way. Nope. There we go. Ready? Hold, 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 and back down. Alrighty. Now what we're going to be doing is lateral side bending. Lateral side bending is going to be testing the muscles of the upper trap, SCM, scalenes, splenius capitis, rectus capitis lateralis, as well as the cervical portion of the erector spinae muscle. For this motion, we are going to simply ask the patient to bring their right ear to their right shoulder and left ear to their left shoulder as shown. So we're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Alrighty, and now we're going to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. There we go. Hand placement for this one is I am going to be on the sides of the head and right behind the ears. Not on the patient's skin as much as I can be. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go to the right. And I'm going to bring you back into mid-range. And whenever you're ready, I'm going to apply resistance. Hold, 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 back up. And now we're going to be going towards the left-hand side, performing the same exact thing. Mid-range, go. Hold, 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 and back down. That is the last one for the supine manual muscle testing of the cervical spine. Now we are going to have the patient go into a prone position, and his head is going to be hanging off the table. Cervical flexion is performed by multiple muscles in the cervical spine. We have the rectus capitis posterior minor, rectus capitis posterior major. We also have the obliquus capitis superior, obliquus capitis inferior. We also have the erector spinae cervical portion. We also have the semispinalis cervicus and capitis portions. And then we have the upper trapezius muscle. So for this motion, we are going to be asking the patient to bring the back of their head to the back of their back. There we go. This is going to be cervical flexion as a whole. So hand placement for this is going to be similar to cervical flexion, one on the occiput as well as one on the forehead, or stabilizing the front of the face. Alrighty, whenever you're ready, we'll perform cervical extension and back down. We are going to be moving him into mid-range position, and then we are going to have him hold against resistance for at least 3 seconds. So cervical extension, there we go, back down, and now you're going to go into my resistance, hold, 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 back down. Alrighty, two more muscle groups that we'll be testing today is we are going to be biasing the capital extension. So capital extension is going to be your nodding movement. So for this motion, we are simply going to be bringing the chin up and the head back. So you're going to be looking straight at me. There we go. We are going to try not to bring your neck up. Yeah, there we go. All right, for this one, hand placement's going to be the same. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go into the nodding motion. There we go, back down. Oh, let's go right here. Boop. And back down, right there. There we go. You need to make sure that they are not using the other cervical flexors when they are performing this movement, because this is purposely biasing those suboccipital muscles. Rectus capitis posterior minor, rectus capitis posterior major, splenius capitis inferior and superior. Whenever you're ready, we'll go into the position and back down, go into mid-range, and whenever you're ready, we're going to apply resistance. Hold, 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 back down. Last but not least, we are going to have the patient simply bring their neck down towards the back to bias the simple cervical flexors that are not included in the suboccipital muscle group. There we go. You're just going to bring your head straight back. Woo. There we go. Okay. Now, hand placement's going to be the same. Whenever you're ready, mid-range and resistance. Hold, 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 back down. Throughout all of these movements, you can sit back up. Throughout all of these movements, our patient has performed 5 out of 5 muscle testing rating because he has not once broken the position as well as went into other motions during the testing movement.